Okay, hi everybody, it's me, Bonka922. Oh, Kaiju number 8. Oh man. So, this was the conclusion of, obviously, the director's death. Now, the beginning of the episode, they're continuing the fight with number 9. As crazy as this sounds, and it is crazy, they put him under the ropes, which is shocking. But the reason why was because of Kafka. He kept hitting him with immense power, and it negated his healing. And he's doing this, and Narumi is right there. He's coming in as well, and they're really taking it to him. Eventually what happens is he lets off this huge blast from the powers he got from the director. And they're still alive, but then he decides to split his head and direct 2 blasts at Kokiri and that scientist guy that was with the director. Kafka's Kaiju number 8 goes with, Kokiri to just shield her, and Narumi goes after the guy to shield him. They shield him, and then he leaves. But before he leaves, this is very fucked up. That is the only way I can describe this scene. Kaiju number 9 uses the freaking director's face to tell Kafka, Kaiju number 8, the next time we fight, the age of the Kaiju will begin. Okay. Was there a reason why you had to use the director's face? Was that necessary? Very freaking creepy. The rest of the episode, we're basically looking at the aftermath. The director's funeral, and some revelations. Now, obviously, at the director's funeral, Narumi, but that was his name, Narumi. Don't want to get people's names wrong. Narumi. Narumi basically goes back to the director's chair and everything, and he sees Kokiri, and he's not gonna punish her for not going to her own father's funeral. But she basically confirms she wants to be stronger because she failed drastically. I mean, you can look at this different ways of how he got killed, this guy, Shinomiya, the director, but Isaoi. But really, Kokiri, Kafka, Narumi, they all had a chance to try to save him, and they couldn't do it. So she wants to be stronger, and basically he says, okay, when this is all done and done, you'll be almost as strong as I am. That's basically the gimmick here. And then we see Kafka. Now, the one revelation was, okay, she's going to want to get stronger and that whole bit. Kafka takes off this glove, and we see a part of his hand hasn't fully healed. And what you see is it's not bleeding. There's skin that's exposed, and beneath the skin, it's black. Which is the same color as Kaiju number 8. So we then go from that, and then he says that he doesn't want to have anyone killed and save his friends and all that stuff, Kafka. He leaves, and he goes to his apartment. It is then revealed to Narumi, and I think his second in command, by this guy, that if Kafka continues to transform as Kaiju number 8, he will eventually become Kaiju number 8, and he will never be human again. So, during this scene, He goes home. He goes to his apartment. He clears out his stuff. Well, not clear out his stuff. He's just, cleaning up. And we have these agents that are following him because obviously, this revelation is very shocking and they want to make sure he's okay. And just keep a watch on him. So he goes there. Then he gets out of his apartment like, oh, shocking to the guy. I go somewhere else. He goes to the old job. The job where he basically could be cutting up the kaiju and removing parts and whatnot. And he sees his old group and, they're cutting up the ants basically. And he gets this new crazy chainsaw. He's using, cutting up the ants. And it's a very, see, all these scenes are just like reminders of how, he's just going through memory lane here. Because he was told, he finds out, he knows about it, that if he continues to use his power, he's going to become a kaiju. For good. He won't be human ever again. Now, after these scenes, he goes back. He sits down on the roof, and Narumi is sitting next to him. And basically, they have this conversation. Now, he initially tells Kafka, you can't be with the Demis Force anymore. Because you're going to continue being kaiju. However, he then says, we need your help. So, logistically, he doesn't give a shit. Narumi, he doesn't give a shit that Kafka is going to become non-human again, and he's going to be a kaiju, and so he doesn't give a shit. If he becomes a kaiju, he's going to kill him, blah, blah, blah. That's how desperate I am to kill number 9, and I know you are too. So legit, that's basically the whole shit. And then after that, we get like a few montages of Reno, of Kokiri, everybody training. It's, And then we have another scene. Yoshino. If I said his name right. Yoshino. Hoshina. He shows up. And Shiro. I'm just calling him Shiro. Just call him Shiro for sure. The guy who was the vice captain to Mina. And he sees this glass. The glass reveals Kaiju number 10. Most likely now, what's going to happen is going to get a weapon of that Kaiju number. Shiro. So, that's basically the episode. So this was a very intriguing. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10 because even though there was some fighting in it, mostly was just character stuff. And obviously this revelation is shocking. I mean, I've seen a lot of anime have this same trope. You keep using this power, you're going to die. You keep using this power, you won't be human again. You keep using this power, that kind of trope of, it's a dangerous power that the MC has to use to fight, and it's killing him, or it's going to turn him into something monstrous, and he won't be human ever again. That whole trope. Now, with Kaiju number 8, they're using it to its extent as what it is. I mean, 9 has to be stopped. He's going shitso over here. He's got the commander's power with that kaiju, and he's turning into the commander's face. I mean, come on. This is ridiculous. So, it's understandable. But, Naruma, he doesn't give a shit. He's like, yeah, I really don't fucking care. I don't give a shit. You turn into a kaiju? Don't care. Don't care. I need your help to kill this bastard. And that's basically the story. So, I'm guessing that where we're going to go on from here is now you have Kokoro, Shinomiya, she's being trained to the point of getting stronger. And now I believe now like Kafka also is going to get trained to the point of being stronger or as strong as Narumi. So, we'll see how this goes. I am excited for this season just because of the shock that was given from episode 4 and now we're into episode 5, which is surprising because I did not think we were going to get this at this juncture. So, good episode. I like where things are going. Can't wait to see the rest. I don't know if we're going to get another fight with Nine, because he was pretty badly hurt. He really tore him up. His arms, his half of his body, and then he just booked it. He's just like, out of here. So, it's going to be interesting to see how this develops. And it's also interesting to see if Division 3 gets involved with Kafka and everything, with Mina and everything between. Because she doesn't know. The only people who know about this whole thing is Kafka and the captain of Division 1. So, we'll see how this goes. This is about Kaiju 22. Kaiju no Bates is spitting flames, man. I'll see you guys later.